On his final night, Jesus gathered with his disciples for one last meal. As they sat together, he shared words of love, faith, and hope. The disciples didn't realize that these would be some of his final moments with them. After the meal, Jesus led his disciples to the Garden of Gethsemane. Deep in his heart, he knew the suffering that awaited him. Alone in prayer, Jesus cried out to his Father. Though his soul was filled with sorrow, he chose obedience over fear. Suddenly, the silence was broken. Judas arrived with soldiers. With a kiss, he betrayed the one he had followed for years. Without resistance, Jesus allowed himself to be arrested. The Savior of the world surrendered willingly. Through the night, false accusations filled the room. Though innocent, Jesus stood silently before his accusers. Pilate found no guilt in Jesus. Yet the crowd demanded only one thing: crucifixion. They mocked him as a king. A crown of thorns was pressed onto his head, and he endured the pain without hatred. Burdened by the weight of the cross, Jesus walked toward Golgotha. Every step brought him closer to his sacrifice. On the hill called Golgotha, Jesus was nailed to the cross. The Son of God suffered for the sins of the world. Even in unimaginable pain, Jesus prayed, "Father, forgive them, for they do not know what they are doing." As the hours passed, darkness covered the land. Creation itself seemed to mourn. With his final strength, Jesus declared, "It is finished." The mission he came to accomplish was complete. The earth shook violently. Inside the temple, the curtain tore from top to bottom, opening the way to God. Jesus was laid in a tomb, and a heavy stone sealed the entrance. To many, it seemed like the end. But the story was not over. 3 days later, the tomb would be empty, and hope would rise again for all humanity. Because he lives, we have hope.